So there was an update on PS5, and it seems to be running better, but I'm having an issue with the customization of the truck. If you take a close look, you'll see that I have two sets of exhaust clip on top of each other and two sets of visors on top of each other. Every time I start the game over or there's an update, I find that this glitch is very common. And what's even more frustrating, even if the game as a whole runs better, is when you go to the customization and you go to additions, right? And I go to, let's say, the exhaust. Well, I have the default exhaust. See right here. But it wants me to buy it. I already own it. And if I go here, there's no option to just remove. See, why does it want me to buy? See, there it is there. That's the one that I got. But why is there no option to unequip it? If I go to the visor, I've got two sets of visors on. See, already purchased. I could equip that one. But then if I go back to this one here, like it's just really bizarre. See, so now that one's on. But if I go to this one and put it on, there it is. And this one's considered the moon visor. I don't know. I think that's the default one. Honestly, I think that's the default one. But it wants me to waste my damn money buying it again. And that is absolutely frustrating. Again, there's no option to just unequip it. So I'm stuck with these two visors. And the other thing that's bullshit is that unless you have it at your headquarters, even if you do, or you go to a place where you customize your truck, they're few and far in between. And then you're stuck having to drive for a very, very long time before you can rectify this issue. I actually purposely logged out here so that if this issue happened, now I'm wasting my goddamn money having to buy this. See? Now I go to here. The items are just stacking on top of each other. Like, what the fuck is this? So now I'm stuck. I'm going to try and just buy this one. And then if I... Yeah, see? For me, the customization is a big part of it. Let me just... So dumb. I have to do this. I have to go back to the default. Like that. Then I'm guaranteed to be okay because the hood, the grill, and all that, and the wheels tend to stay along with the paint job. There's no issues with that. Hood ornaments glitch as well. You don't want to play with hood ornaments. See, again, I already purchased this one, but if I click it, it just clicks it on top. So that it used to be like that, but now it's even worse, is what I'm saying. It's just completely foobarred. Anyways, I didn't want to spend this much time on just this section of it, but I felt like it was important to note. Because that's frustrating, because when I'm driving, I don't want the goddamn visor, but here we are. It is what it is. I suppose. Now I've got the steering sensitivity on low. And I had my trailer attached, but then I went into the store to or the workshop there to customize. That's why I can't take these really wild turns, so that it's more comfortable, because I'm using the controller, as I said. Yeah, so visor, lights, and exhaust you don't want to play with. Rest of the stuff seems to be okay. But all in all, like I said, if there is some good news, is that the game does run a little bit better with that whole pop-in thing. So we lock it, even the HD textures, there was a lot of those where it was like super low res. That seems to be improved. I wish there was a way to automate this, because after you've done this a couple of dozen times, a couple hundred times, a little bit, you know... Plus, most trucks that I've seen, there's only one cable. There isn't two. Okay. I'm doing the out of view like this again. The out of view. The outer view, third person. Just momentarily. Cheating. I took off predicted first person. I turned off AI. And the reason behind that is actually really simple. So when I'm driving, right, and I do this, and I'm centered, if I move my steering wheel down because I want to change like my view and I leave it like that, what's really, really cool now is it'll stay like that. I don't have to keep pushing it down. That's just under the camera. You just turn off the prediction. That's all that is. So now we're staring at trees and just things in the distance to see how they render and if the popping is like really, really bad. Because it's much better on PC. I've been playing a lot of PC with my steering wheel. And yes, I am going through a red light. Alright, now I guess it went through. Made a liar out of me. So again, we can adjust it. That's back to default. I can look down. Because I tend to like to be able to see my steering wheel a little bit more. Because I can't see more of the outside anyways, even if I'm up. I just see more of the truck. I don't want to see more of the truck. I want to... Whoops. Like this. Now I'm going to stop playing with it for a minute so that you can see that it doesn't move on its own. And I'm not going to do the whole trip here. This is for us to take a look. Definitely is an improvement from that aspect. As for the micro stutters and frame drops momentarily, I find more often than none it's tied to the auto saving. So when it auto saves, it hicks up. It used to do that for me, hell, even in World of Warcraft when I used to have my own private server. It would do the same thing when it would auto-save at certain intervals. As you can see, camera, it just stays there. Looks good. Now we're driving at 50, 51 kilometers an hour. I'm going to look down at my feet. See how it's twitching? That's the ADHD kicking in. And that's what would cause that. That was like a weird thing that I would get on some trucks. Even if there was very minimal damage to the engine, but it was still in the green and no damage to the transmission. Then I... See? Saving. And it glitched. It hiccuped for a moment. Then I also tried a different truck in it, and it was driving faster. It was going like 60, 65 miles an hour. And I wasn't getting that kind of sound. This one doesn't seem to be doing it anymore. His foot is going a little goosey, but that's okay. That's fine. We can have a goosey foot. Oh, that's why the sound is glitched. Still. I was wondering why it was consistent. I knew something was off, but like I'm just so distracted and frustrated. We're going to exit to the main menu. We're going to go back in. Jesus Christ. That's my legend difficulty one. This one's my noob one, my easy one. No, so it's still doing that. Let me not talk for a minute, which is usually something I'm not good at doing. Now, there's going to be normal popping. Yeah, that didn't last long. Normal popping. I'm talking about like unnatural poppins, and it's much better. So far, I can attest to that. Maybe you can as well, just by looking at the gameplay. Now let's hear it hit max speed. Here it comes. See? It's not, like, natural. That's what needs to be fixed. But it doesn't do it in all the trucks, though. But in most of them, it does. So some things have been improved, and some things have actually been made worse. But yeah, that draw distance and those wacky flickering trees, so much better now. I'd take that over working customization, to be honest, but no, it's not an excuse. And I hope that they get on it and fix it soon, because that's really frustrating. It really, really is, especially having to pay for default parts that were already on my truck to begin with, in hopes that I could just switch over and not have my customization stack on top of each other. And then this part, like I said, I know I keep going on about it, that drives me bonkers, so I usually have to let go of the gas a bit. Like that. And then idle it around 50, 49 to 51. And when I do that, it sounds much better. Down. This. Yeah. Pretty respectable. A little bit of flicker there, but that's normal. That's like just PS5 limitations, I guess. I mean, some pop-in is normal, but some games do so good on PC with the ultra/epic draw distance that you literally see no pop-in whatsoever. It is absolutely, like, bonkers. Like, in this super far distance, I can see a little bit, but that's normal. That's where if those, like, little minute details matter, just get it on PC. A little bit of a pop-in. Okay, yeah. But it looks more natural, is what I'm saying, within reason. Because before it was flickering. Now it's not flickering, right? It's popping in, but yeah. No, that was just a lag drop. There was no saving there. So you be the judge based on that footage, if you feel that's acceptable. To me, there's a lot of bugs, and it bugs me. No pun intended. And I'm glad that I got $20 back for overpaying for this. Like, it sounds rude, and people are going to be like, come on, man, but this is why I buy these games, and sometimes I'm a little bit harsh, because I want to be transparent. I want people to see that big, massive tree coming in and then disappearing and then coming back, and are some of the things improving, what's glitched still, because then you're spending your money on this. Lag there, but again, that one was saving. But yes, overall it is an improvement in that specific department. I am going to slow down, park, off to the side of the road, And I'm going to end it here. So yeah, you decide whether or not it's worth buying. I still would have bought in the game because it's what I do on my channel, right? This is what I do. I cover games, I buy them. I don't necessarily know a lot about them. And then it's like you decide whether or not you think it's worth it. At this stage now with this update, I can't say that I would recommend it. I feel like that would be weird, but if I'm transparent with you and I tell you the glitches and you're made aware of them and you can deal with it, well then that's on you. See? Now that's winter because I'm on Legend. You actually start in the winter, but it's so cool. And then the wipers, they actually like function. There's a lot of little details in this game that I have to admit is pretty amazing. Anyways, that's what I wanted to show you. And then the whatchamacallit, driving through the snow and it leaving the tire marks and stuff, and it's pretty rad that way. But yeah. Anyhow, thumbs up if you liked the video. It does greatly help support the channel with the algorithm. Thumbs down if you didn't like the video. I'll bend it in half, twist it, break it off inside your ass. And if you want to subscribe to the channel, naturally that would be great, but if not, thanks for stopping by anyways. Take care. And if I'm lucky, maybe I'll see some of you in the next one. Bye for now.